guys, and welcome back to Freakshow's Forgotten Films. Let's see if we can actually watch a movie today, huh? And I'll definitely post the previous video that I filmed today before this because that was something. But let's try this again and rattle the bones. Okay, this thing is starting to get, like, looser in here, so we're starting to go down, but it's almost horror pack. It's almost horror pack time again, so it's soon time to put the horror pack from last month into the coffin, because I haven't watched any of them yet, because I've been busy doing this. Okay, I remember watching this one before, but I can't remember what it's about. This is not a multi-pack. I'll grab it right quick. It's Kolobos. Yeah, I don't quite remember what it is, but I think I remember actually maybe enjoying it. So let me just grab it right quick, and we'll check it out together. Okay, so here we are. We have Kolobos. I remember buying this back in around maybe 2008-ish? 2007, 2008 maybe? In a bargain bin at my local Walmart. And I bought it because the cover looked pretty cool. I thought that was pretty funky. So let's read the back here. It says, Kira. I'm gonna say Kira. A young artist lays semi-conscious in a hospital bed. She was brought in savagely slashed and battered, uttering one word, Kolobos. Flashback 36 hours earlier, Kira, enticed by a free vacation offer, participates in an experimental film. But she and the rest of the cast soon discover they are trapped in a lodge with sealed doors and windows and no means of escape. One by one, they encounter a vicious stalker with a mutilated face. With each gruesome discovery, the panicked roommates begin to turn on each other, but like the movies in which they star, this one has a shocking climax. This stars Amy Weber and Donnie Terranova. The place where I live, the province I live in, has a place called Terranova, and it's a park. It's a campground. We're still on theme, by golly. It's directed by, oh my, that's a word, Daniel Leowich and David Todd Ackverk. Oh. Okay. Yep, that's a name. So, so anyway, yep, we're gonna watch Kolobos and see if I can remember what it's all about, and I'll be back with you once the movie's over. Okay, we're back. We watched a good movie. That was good. I liked that. Let's get the ratings out of the way. Kolobos came out in 1999. IMDb gave it a 5.2 out of 10. The tomato meter on Rotten Tomatoes gives it a 60%, with an audience score of 61%. And I'm giving it a 6 out of 10, so I'm kind of following suit there. This was really good. Not production value-wise, like, we're a low-budget film, but it's a really good movie. It's basically like Big Brother gone wrong. Or Big Brother if, I'd watch it. So this crowd of young adults go to this house, answer this ad to go live in this house where there's cameras everywhere, just like Big Brother. It's the premise of Big Brother, just the house is booby-trapped and people are getting killed off one by one. And one of the girls, named Kira, I was calling her Kyra, I think, but Kira, she has a history of mental illness and is off her meds. So that should sum that up. There's a lot of brutal kills. Very, very brutal kills. There's some really weird booby traps, but it's kind of awesome. The kitchen is apparently in this house is booby trapped. The characters are real great, actually. There's a couple that are kind of annoying, One of them literally gets killed off first. It's this, like, really overtly bubbly girl that's, like, really kind of annoyingly chipper, like, you know the type. And there's a comedian guy that's kind of annoying, but he lasts until close to the end, but eventually he stops being the obnoxious comedian guy, like wannabe Jim Carrey type thing. And once it gets really dramatic, he takes more of a turn to a serious note, and he's great. Yeah, everybody else, I kind of like their characters. Even the snobby girl, I kind of like her, because it works for the character. The gore effects are gorgeous. They're gorgeous. Like, you know, we're not talking spectacular, but I mean, there's a torso split open and then guts coming out of it. The guy's cutting his face off. She cuts her face. Now, the scarring effects are not the greatest at the end, but whatever. Like, you use what you got. But, yeah, really great kills. I love the kills in this movie. Amy Weber, who stars in it, I thought she was familiar, and I looked her up, and she's from WWE, which I'm like, okay, that makes sense. She was, I don't know if you'd call her valet, more like assistant to JBL during a feud he had with Big Show, in which, I'm not sure what happened there, but she got fired because she was... There was this whole thing where, I'm sure it was kayfabe, but she was supposed to hit Big Show with a blow dart, but instead she hit JBL, who was playing with Rubber Dinosaur, so she got fired because of that. Anyway, it's WWE. We're not even going to talk about WWE storylines, because they seldom make any sense whatsoever, but she wasn't very shortly in WWE and part of the Diva Search. So that's a thing. I was very surprised. And another big surprise... Spoilers. About 10 minutes into the movie, her, like, mentor, because she lives in a halfway house type thing, like a group home, and, like, her mentor, named Dorothy, is Leanna Quigley. Like, hey! That's Leanna Quigley. That's awesome. I love Leanna Quigley so much. Trash is God tier. I love Trash. So yeah, it's really great. I didn't expect that. But the storyline is, if you want spoilers, I'll give you the spoilers. She's fucking nuts and is killing the people, and she's the one that orchestrates everything because she's crazy. And Kolobos, the word Kolobos is Greek, comes from Greek mythology or whatever. It means mutilation, and she's a cutter. And the guy, the killer in the movie, is in her head and talks to her, but is actually her razor, and she cuts her face. It's actually, I kind of like that. She's just nuts, and at the end, she's the only survivor, and she has this big fancy house that we're like, oh, I thought she lived in a group home. No, she lives in this big fancy house. She's an artist. She's an actual artist, and she's writing up another ad to get another group of people. I like it. I really like it. It's a good slashery type movie with some real elaborate deaths, and it's great. I do recommend it. It came out in 1999. It's pretty decent quality. Like, it's a bit grainy in parts, but you expect that from low budget movies. It's really great. Check it out. Definitely check it out. And I'm gonna go now for like the third time today and edit some of these monstrosities and see what happens from there. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.